Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
Hubert Davis made it very clear that he wanted multiple eras of Carolina basketball represented on his staff. And you can see the newer era in these first two interviews that we are going to share with you. In fact, both of these gentlemen were members of the 2005 National Championship team. Adam Lucas and I had a chance to catch up with both Sean May and Jackie Manuel. Let's take a look.
Coach Davis made it really clear he wants Carolina guys on his staff. What difference does that make in doing your job day to day on and off the court?
The thing I love is we're all from different eras of Carolina basketball, and being able to have guys that can talk and speak to what this place means to them and the experiences that they had, especially with recruiting and being able to relay that to the families of the kids that we're going after, it's special and it's different for everybody. Obviously for myself, coming from Indiana and you know, since I stepped foot on this campus, I haven't left, and I don't want to leave, and hopefully they'll keep me around for a long time. But this place is awesome, and we all try to portray that, and I think Coach Davis has done a great job of hiring his staff and people who feel the same way about Carolina.
Sean, of course, you've been a part of Carolina's staff the last several years, but taking an elevated role. How do things change for you now as far as what you're able to do and what you will be doing?
Yeah, so I'm selfish. I want to keep everything. I don't want to give anything away. No, I'll be able to get on the court, which is the most important thing to me. Being able to be with the players. I have a great relationship with our guys. That's been hard for the last 6 years of just having to watch practice and not really be able to say anything or do anything. And coach just told me, be patient. Your time is coming. Continue to work, continue to learn. So I'll continue to do those things. Some of the things that I'll give up, a lot of administrative stuff. So I think Hubert will hire somebody to take on that task. But I'm trying to keep as much on my plate as I can because I love what I do.
Does it hurt your heart when current players know you as Sean May coach and have no idea that Sean May player dominated? And do you have to go to the film room and be like, all right, guys, we're going to watch a little tape?
So the running joke with Coach Williams is, you know, whenever our big guys would struggle with posting up or he wanted to teach them something, he would just say, Sean, get the tape. And so there was a tape of us running a play that back when I played, and I loved it because it was just all me. And so anytime our guys, you know, they don't know that, you know, they don't go back and look and see the things I was able to do. And the tape is really bad as far as clarity, but they get the point. And so that is always a fun moment for me. And I'm just hoping Hubert says, you know, one day during practice, hey, Sean, go get the tape.
How depressing is it that the 2005 tape isn't clear enough anymore? That makes me sad. Sean, also now you can be a recruiter a little bit. How does your experience at Carolina, how does that allow you to more effectively recruit when you're selling North Carolina to potential players?
The thing I always try to, even when kids come to campus, explain to them or tell them is, you know, the way we play, it's our system, and how can you manipulate that system to fit your needs and get what you want out of it? I was a below the rim player. So I wasn't the fastest, I didn't jump the highest, but I found ways to be effective. And a lot of times it's understanding when things are happening and doing them before the ball gets to you. Work early, as you know, we always like to say. So for me, it's easy for me to speak to that. I can speak to what this community brings. This place gave me a home when I was a little lost and didn't know where I was going to go because, you know, I'm from Indiana. I always felt like I was going to go to Indiana. And so I can always speak to, you know, how great this place is, how great the community is, and how great the Carolina basketball family is. So that's the thing I always try to portray to kids.
Jackie, what has this place meant to you? Because, I mean, clearly you've gone and done other things, but you have always kind of found your way back here. What has Chapel Hill and Carolina meant to you?
It's the beginning. This is like I came here not knowing anything about life, and leaving here and starting the process of being an adult. Meeting my wife here, it's kind of been all that I know. And so it's been an amazing journey, I'll tell you that. And to be back here to kind of complete that journey is a special moment.
Talking to some of the folks with the women's program, they all talked about the connection you made with the current players and the difference you were able to make with them. Yeah. How were you able to establish that kind of connection, and how do you want to do it over here with the men's team?
I just love people. I love the interaction, and most importantly, I know how my journey was, and not knowing anything when I got here and still trying to figure out when I left. And so trying to cut that time in half for them and give back as much as I can. And it's the same thought process with joining the staff here. Is like, I want these guys to have as much information as they possibly can to just be better people and better adults. You know, you're gonna learn the basketball, but there's things that are also important outside of basketball.
So Coach Davis has been pretty clear that he wants Tar Heels on this staff and Carolina people. How cool is it for you to be working again with guys that you know very well, like Eric Hoots and Sean May and others?
I mean, it's awesome. To be with Hoots again. Never thought I would be working with Sean, and even you know, Hubert. Hubert's somebody that I've looked up to for a long time, and thought he was like just the most amazing like person on this earth. And to be working for Hubert and be able to learn from him and just have a good group around you. And you know, sometimes people take that for granted. But once you move around in this business and realize how hard it is to have special people that you're working with, you appreciate and value that.
Jackie, you look like you just stepped off of campus and finished playing at Carolina. Before you go, would you like to tell us your secret on how you're able to stay 22 years old for your entire life?
Think happy thoughts.
Well, it's all happy right now because Jackie Manuel is a part of Carolina basketball again. Jackie, great to see you. Thanks so much for giving us a few minutes and looking forward to the future.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.